Hey Taurus, TT is here with a channel message for all of my Taurians. If you are new, welcome to our Love Nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back, you guys. As always, be aware if anyone in the comment section pretended to be me. If you ever want to book a personal reading or schedule for a live Zoom call with me for a tarot reading, you would have to check out my website, talktequila.com, or you can text me with the information in the description box. I don't know why I've been getting so tongue tied lately, you guys. It's like cat got my tongue, and this is so not like me. So I know at some point I'm gonna figure out where the energy is coming from, or why it was significant for me to go through this little season. I don't know. Someone may talk with a lisp, or they have braces, retainers. Whoever you are, you could be someone specific within our collective Taurian energy that spirit wants to talk to, especially with this manifestation energy. You could be a feminine energy. All right. Also, or you may sing in a group, or you may have a group of 3 female friends. I also was hearing diversity. Something about diversity is necessary. For those of you that don't know, I do jump into the channel message first before I dive into the tarot cards. The angel number that came out for you, Taurus, was 5411. All right, 5411. And when I looked it up, I thought it was interesting that it was speaking about bringing dreams to life, right? We have manifestation, sun god, and orgasm. So this is definitely the energy that I've been picking up on as far as your dreams, manifesting it, and what it takes to actually get her done. Okay, emphasis on get her done. I don't know why spirit is saying it to me that way. We don't ask no questions around here. We just say it. Okay. But before we even dive into your dreams and what it is that you want to do, we can talk about that all day, right? Spirit wants to address or talk specifically to a certain group. So we're going to zone in on that group for a second. What Spirit wants to talk about is going to be about your family, all right? Not just your family, like the people you grew up with, but all types of bonds that you have created, whether that be your bonds by marriage, right? You may have created bonds through marriage. You may have created family bonds, sisters, brothers, mothers, things like that. You may have romantic bonds, work bonds, people from your hometown. What this is making me feel is like people that once knew you, or people that feel like they know you very well. You could be 46, 29, 40, 23. So their expectations of you, or their version of who you are, is relative for this reading. I don't feel like this is going to resonate with everyone unless you've been trying to intentionally separate over the past 8 months or longer. Okay, 8 months or longer. If you've been trying to detach from any type of bonds that you previously had or co-created with that are no longer serving you, then this message is going to resonate with you. If you had to walk away from a toxic family dynamic or toxic lovers, this also will resonate for you. If you've been, what is it? Yeah, if you've been working diligently towards healing the ancestral type of abandonment wounds, I also feel like you may resonate with this as well, because that's what this is giving me. Abandonment. So if you're being spiritually guided to, and you know this from the inside, especially where it says dwell in the depths of your soul, like you just have this knowing that you're meant to go somewhere, or you're meant to do something. This also is telling me other cultures may be involved, other backgrounds, diversity, belief systems, other gods. Maybe this is switching religions as well, and it goes against your upbringing. I'm I'm also picking up sensuality. You could be I won't say religious. You could be a dancer, or something that you do may be considered secular, like secular music, secular dancing, where you thrust your body around in a way where it's considered provocative. So you could do something provocative is what I'm hearing as well. No matter what it is that you're doing for occupation or your dreams that you're trying to manifest, magic is unfolding here for you, Taurus. But I feel like Spirit wants you to know that there's some people that you can't take with you. There's some family members that you can't take with you. There's some friends that you can't take with you. And it's because they're going to have like this spiritual effect on you that it's an effect that bonds you to them, right? Yeah. It's like you'll have to like stay back. You'll have to help them develop. You'll have to hold yourself back because they're not on your level. It's not really about a level, and that's what Spirit wants me to kind of clarify. It's not like a level of hierarchy. It's an attraction, right? With this orgasm energy, we're attracted. That's what bonds us together. All of those things create chains of events necessary for the development of those bonds, right? So they're showing me like atoms and how you have molecules and different things like that, and then you have the bonds that connect them. Well, in that, give me the word, Spirit. I would have to draw it. This is the hardest part, is when I don't have my notebook. Okay. It's when, so let's say, for example, there's a group of people over here, and what has bonded them together, those chains that bond them together, creates like a cyclical series of events, right? Where everyone that's in that particular group of bonds, they will experience a certain level of experiences. All right. Every now and then a bond will die off, and they will no longer connect with those other chains. Okay. I need to Google, like, what is it called? I remember learning about it in school, but I can't get the right terminology. Let's try this. Let me get a book. Y'all know once I start on my tangent, I ain't gonna stop until I get what I'm trying to say out. So you have 3, right? And then let's say these are the chains that bonds the molecules together. So inside of, let's say inside of a bigger, I don't know, atom. Is molecules inside of atoms? Y'all don't get me to lying, but y'all know what I'm talking about, okay? Whatever direction, whatever cycle things are going in, that's the host, that's the environment. So whatever is in that environment, that's what all of the molecules connected to each other are going to experience, essentially, right? So like everything, cells die, right? So when the cells die off, it's no longer serving, they die off so new can come in. So what I feel like Spirit is saying, Taurus, is like, think of yourself as a cell that is dying off, and you're going to go into another like pod, right? Create new chains of events, create new bonds, create new memories. Because if you try to stay in that prior environment and teach other people what you knew and try to get them to see your philosophy or expose them. Let's use that word. Expose them to how much you have learned and grown and want to take them with you and help them elevate. You're controlling the natural cycle of these events, the natural change of these events, and you're taking on way more baggage and responsibility than you need to, right? Everyone in your prior group or your prior cell that you were once bonded together with, their thought process, okay, their perception, their beliefs, their practices, all of those things are fixed, okay? All of those things are fixed. Think of it like control thoughts, control perception, control beliefs, whether it's plus or minus, negative or positive. Those chemical makeups are going to bond those people together, creating a series of events that will naturally flow in whatever cycle it's meant to flow in. Doesn't make it wrong or right. It makes it natural selection, natural order, natural bond. Call it whatever you want. A natural cell. What else did I wanted to say? There's something about this that you need to know when it comes to these things. Yes, so sitting there pretty much arguing with each individual person about whether or not their perception is accurate, trying to cross-reference your research to their research to, go back and forth about the philosophy of how y'all receiving information. It's a debate that's unnecessary because everyone in your prior pod, their belief system, their thoughts, their perceptions, their practices is true for them. And as long as it's true for them, it's meant to be true for them. And it doesn't need your help, Taurus. Whoever you are, they weren't meant to get it. So if you're dying off and you're like old skin shedding away, those are your prior bonds, those are your prior memories, and you're about to attract, right? And you see how this flower here kind of looks like the same type of image that they gave me with like the molecules, the bonds, the chains, whatever. They're telling me like the chains represent chain of events, chain of memory. It's like a bead, right? On a bead, there's more than one bead that has everything it already needs inside of it to function well together. All right. So here you are, Taurus, right? Let's say this is you and you've linked up with two other people, creating an agreement, right? When there are three or more gathered in my name, there I am, right? I am. So now you're in this creator energy, God, the sun God. Anytime you are tapping into the I am frequency, you're tapping into Christ consciousness, you're tapping into source energy, the sun, right? You are aware. This is the level of awareness. Never looking back at your prior situation or your prior family, your prior relationships or bonds as a negative in comparison to your positive, but as a necessity towards the evolution of your creation. Okay, so Spirit is trying to also get you towards to repurpose. Let's use the word repurpose because y'all know, use the wrong word with Taurus and your brain shuts off. All right, so trying to get you to repurpose the way that you perceive memories or relationships of the past, right? It only binds you in those chains if you're only able to perceive it as a good or a bad thing. It's fixed energy, right? The only thing when you detach from it being a first person point of view and you're just an observer witnessing this simulation, you're able to take on a third person point of view, which allows you to see that trinity, right? There's the person you're talking to, there's you, your physical vessel, and then there's that higher power that I am, right? That governance. That is kind of what they're showing me, equal or less than. So it goes back to math is what they're pretty much saying. If you look at your things from a mathematical perspective, you'll be able to effectively utilize the logic rather than trying to be a perfectionist around these experiences. Yeah, the I am. So let's talk about what you're attracting, because this is where the downloads got very specific. Okay, so when spirit moves you away from certain relationships, certain family members, certain bonds that you once established, um, what was it? Hold on, I'm trying to get it back, y'all. Okay, so yeah, so some of you, um in this attraction that you're attracting, you're manifesting the inspiration and the spiritual downloads necessary through this invocation. So something is being invoked within you. Okay. Now, if spirit is downloading something into you, into your subconscious, into your if your superconscious is communicating with your subconscious, let's talk about that. Let's say your superconscious is I am, right? And let's say your sub is your feminine, right? Which is also that attraction energy I was picking up on. And then we have manifestation, which is masculine, right? Which is your consciousness. It's that I do, I am, I guess we could say I feel. Yeah. So we'll say I feel. The only thing that's really missing right now is that yellow, because you know how all these cards have yellow here, yellow here, yellow here, which is your willpower. And it's like, I will. What are you willing to do? What are you willing to do to feel source consciousness, right? That creator energy. And I feel like this is something that is debatable. All right, for some of you it's going to look differently. So for some of you it might look like, needing to have an orgasm. Let's just keep it a buck 150, okay? Let's keep it real. It might look like you need to have an orgasm. It might look like you're in this stuck energy because you're unable to, experience the feeling from your sacral energy, right? So you might need to give it a little stimulation, if you know what I mean. Whether you're going to do it with someone else, a masculine outside of yourself, or you're going to feel that with yourself. Do it with yourself. Think of it like pressing on Buzz Lightyear. Let's use Buzz Lightyear. I use this, it was a long story. So Buzz Lightyear. You remember how in the back of Buzz Lightyear years back, he had the factory, I think he had the factory setting, and then he had free play. Think of it like you being switched to factory reset, or you being switched to factory setting, or you know what? Actually, you were on factory with these bonds and relationships. You were on factory setting, and you're being like switched or reversed to free play. That's the perfect way that I could describe that, is how Buzz Lightyear was controllable. Remember, he was like a machine. He was a weapon. He was controlled by whatever fixed thoughts, perception, beliefs, practice that was inputted into his code, into his system, his mainframe. That's what I heard. Spirit's trying to help me out, y'all, because I'm doing this right off the dome. So it's channeling in, and I'm trying to articulate it. Okay, so let's move on. So in this situation, it might look like, if religion was to call this something, they may call it like catching the Holy Ghost, right? Something being invoked inside of you. If a person is a performer and they suffer from stage fright, well, sometimes if you are open to feeling the presence of that I am creation energy, that spirit can step into you. Yes, the spirit can step into you, and that guide that's helping you can help you get over that stage fright, and you will perform almost like gliding or flying or soaring. And this is kind of like how performers would describe, like, I don't know what comes over me, I just step into the floor, or I just step into the spotlight, and then something else comes in, and next thing you know, I'm walking back into the movie scene after it's over and everyone's clapping. But you had to do something. You had to be willing, right, to invite that within yourself, or invoke that from within. And I feel like the reason why Spirit is saying this is many of you have this ability to embody the assistance from your spirit guides, right? That work with you on a day-to-day basis. You being in this constant state of lucid dreaming and performing, it would really benefit you with shining your light from within. This is about shining your light from within you rather than harnessing it. Because many of you, with how you're experiencing or interacting with this creator I am energy, it's like you're harnessing it, right? You're trying to control it. And Spirit is saying you can't control raw creator energy. You can channel it through within you. You can experience it from within, but trying to control it, you won't have a steady stream. Trying to hold on to it, trying to be possessive over it, trying to direct it how you want it to go, to get shortcuts and all that other stuff. You can't tame creator energy. That's what Spirit is pretty much saying. It's meant to be experienced. It's meant to be felt with this orgasm energy. It's meant to be thrusted upon you to elevate you and to open gates. But it's not something that you're supposed to pluck. Why can't I talk? It's not something that you're supposed to pluck. That's what I'm saying here. Whenever you want it, you know where to come get it. But to take the honey and run away with it, that's stealing, right? Which is a sin. So I feel like some of y'all may be working with, very sensual deities. You may be connecting with honey, Oshun energy. There's so many, we can go on for hours and hours. But Spirit wants you to know that if you were to take anyone with you, or you were to try to share this wisdom with your family members, they would think you were possessed. They would feel like something has happened to you. It would be dangerous for you, really. And that's why the way Spirit allows you to interact with it is, it's really for your own safety. Because it's precious, and anything precious. Y'all saw Lord of the Rings. Y'all saw what happened to Smeagol. He was over there, my precious. That's what it's like. They'll become possessive over you. They'll become, or you possessive over them. And it's It's not good. Not good. So this card under the deck said sometimes there comes, wait, sometimes they come as a breeze upon your fingertips. At other times, they dwell in the depths of your soul. It is a dance between you and spirit as the magic unfolds. So yeah, I do feel like something is unfolding. You have a knowing. You're accessing a realm. Yeah, she just looks like she's very attractive. Demand what is yours and take back what it was taken. Reclaim until you've gathered all of you. Yeah, some of you guys are taking back your power, your I am, especially with all this feminine energy here. This is you taking back your psychic abilities, you taking back your sexual energy, your sensuality, your empathy, your care, your nurture, the things that you're interested in. This is all going to play a significant role for you in the near future, because it's like the person that everyone remember has left the room. And at this point, whoever you are, Taurus, you're a spirit medium flowing with the universe. You're in sync with the universe. You have this connection and you're manifesting rapidly, is what spirit is saying. Let's pull some tarot cards. The bottom of the tarot deck is, Kali Ma. So like I said, you've died over and over again type of energy. So let's see, spirits, what's your message to Taurus in regards to this? So spirit is pushing you, it's like spirit doesn't want you to feel like you're being pushed away. It's more or less like an invitation for your growth. They want you to fall into this, open your heart fully to this, and it will grow. There's no shortcuts. What spirit is saying, if you open your heart fully to it and you're willing to do what is necessary, many of you, it's like instead of giving your orgasmic energy to someone else, you're indulging in it yourself and you're manifesting off of that by yourself. You know, there's multiple versions of you. I'm seeing like there's multiple versions of you, or you're tapping into past life versions of yourself and you're using that wisdom to help you co-create with the universe. Because it says, come all, come now, expand into the skies and into the shadows below. So you're being encouraged to shine your light in all realms, in all dimensions. Many of you guys are, some of you guys are, I feel like harnessing this light, but you're afraid to let it radiate within you. There's something to do with fear that you won't be received by those from your former, that you're familiar with. So spirit wants you to trust that they were never meant to receive you. Okay, you were never meant to be theirs to receive. That's what they want you to know. And it's like until your definition of family changes, you'll be forever bonded to these familiar energies. It's like familiar energies is what spirit keeps saying. Familiar energies. Walk away from familiar energies. That's what keeps you bondage. I sometimes I want to say binded, but bonded, yeah, but that's what that is. That's what keeps you binded. That's what keeps you limited. That's what keeps you stuck. It's like, I know that person. I'm familiar with them. I don't want anything different. I would like for them to grow up so we can all be with each other. This is like wanting your family to wake up to the spiritual calling so you don't have to reject them, and it hurts. And the reason why you don't like to reject people is because you're also healing your own abandonment wounds. You wouldn't want nobody to abandon you, so it's hard for you to walk away from other people. I mean, you even feel guilty to do some things that are like work related. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, that hurts you to do that. Juggling your work life and your personal life, it's hard to do that. You feel guilty to do that. Like, am I really being a good family member? Am I being a good partner? Is it the wrong thing? Is it the wrong time? You know? Bondage, binded, and bonded are all significant to each other. And it has everything to do with familiarity, what you're familiar with. The Queen of Wands energy, look at all that sunflower. This is definitely Oshun energy. A lot of y'all are about to have y'all have Oshun energy as like your Ori. Oh man, I heard another one. I don't know if it's Bridget. Let me see. Is it Bridget? Y'all don't get me to lying. We have Archangel Jophiel or Jophiel, Radiance and Inspiration, another yellow card. So you're being encouraged to radiate your light. Let your light shine. Inspiration. You're going to get a lot of inspiration. Some of y'all could really be feeling like you're way more like in heat time of the year. You may feel like you are pregnant, awakening. Something's born inside of you. It feels like a ring of fire. That's what it feels like. Male or female, it just feels like way more horny or way more sexual. Like you may have way more feeling down there than usual. That's what I'm hearing. Ooh, look at that, flames. 21. Scarcity. Yeah, you're burning contracts with lack mentality. Playing it safe. You're burning contracts with lack mentality, and you're manifesting your dreams. Oh yeah. Speaking your truth. Many of you guys will be speaking your truth to like your family members. You're going to look back a year from now whenever you watch this, and you're going to see how much you've grown. Because this is making me feel like, you see on this side, it's more like barren. Let me take this off my finger now. Like, you know it's coming, but it's still like hot. And you have this dust or volcano cloud looking in the back. But underneath it, the reflection is, I am not. The truth is that you have everything that you need, no matter what the environment may look like. You see how she's coming here with water? This is the truth that she drinks from. She drinks from what she knows is true from her soul, her inner knowing. That is luscious, it's more than enough. There is no scarcity. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Because we have scarcity, truth, and shame. Some people may be accusing y'all of, or you don't want to be accused of, just willing to do anything for some money type of thing. And that's going to come from people in your family or your familiar bonds that you once shared with people that are accusing you of doing it all for the money or doing it all for power, greed. There is a lot of assumptions here, especially with the Queen of Wands energy. It's like they want to tell you to think small when you're trying to live out loud. Yeah, these are the etheric cords that you're cutting, so the pattern doesn't repeat itself in your children. How you live your life, um, yeah, how you speak for yourself, how you live your life, and the harvest that you get to experience, you're not meant to experience, your children are not meant to have that same type of dogma passed down to them generation after generation. There goes the death card. So they want you to transform this shame that you have about your body. Reveal yourself is what they're saying. So if you know you've been guided to reveal yourself and apply pressure, okay? People like this, when I see this card, it looks like she's like, nah, 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 boo boo. So it's like apply pressure, step on their necks. Live loud and live in color. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And I feel like, ooh, who are you stunting on, Taurus? The best way to stunt on anyone is to love yourself and to heal. To go in, soul search, love yourself, and transform. Because you're not doing it for external validation. You're doing it for yourself. 2121. Yeah. There could have been a masculine energy as well, or a relationship that triggered your abandonment wounds. Ace of Pentacles. You take your pain, you go into the studio, you put that in the world, you create opportunities for yourself, and you keep walking through these doors. Look at that. And you repeat the process. So yeah, what Spirit wants you to know is a lot of people are going to attack you. They're going to say things about you. They're going to pretty much accuse you of being a plethora of things. A sinner. They're going to accuse you of being a lie. You got a lot of attacks coming towards you. But you're being encouraged to stand your ground. All of these are aces with major arcanas. You only got aces and major arcanas. Look at that. You already got the thought. What this tells me is right now you're focusing on feeling emotion. You can feel it. You dip yourself and take spiritual baths. You're meditating on it. You're going to the ocean, Taurus. You're getting outside in nature. You're being inspired by nature, flowers. Something that was intended to take you out, it was unsuccessful. This is a glow up energy too. Many of y'all are in this glow up season, this transformation season. We have 9 and 13. Like, you're done. It's a wrap. This is going to make you way more stable. The only thing that's missing is the Ace of Swords, which means that you already have this thought. You already know exactly what you're going to do. You've already been given the download. Now you're taking what's been given to you spiritually and you're applying it and you're putting your heart and soul into it. You have a knowing that it's going to be successful, and it will, especially if you're doing something online. Keep working it. I'm seeing some like stirring the pot. Keep stirring the pot, Taurus. You're going to get an opportunity as well, and they want you to do it. What's this big opportunity? I feel like someone's going to tell you like you can't do something, or try to make you feel guilty about how much blessings you have coming towards you and how it's not fair. King of Pentacles. Oh yeah, you are letting go of someone. someone that ghosted you, or tried to be toxic in your life. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be let go of 5 potential options, because you have anyone that's in your past. You're like, no, I release y'all. I'm good all by myself. So yeah, you're walking away from people in your past. Who is this? And that's why they're mad, because they know once you say you're done, Taurus, it's a wrap. You're not going back to nobody in the past. You don't care if you got a family with them. You don't care if they're your family members. Who's this King of Pentacles? Ooh. So if someone sees an opportunity, or they want to offer you an opportunity, enemy, distrust, flirtatiousness. Taurus, you're going to be getting some attention. And I feel like the attention that you're going to be getting, because you're moving on, you're letting go of the past, and you're not dealing with anyone. That's why this energy is being projected over this person. Who's this person, Spirit? Because this is a new beginning. The Ace of Pentacles. Who's this? This King of... I'm so confused. 6 of Swords. You got cock blockers, Taurus. What you need to know is you have cock blockers. Straight up. That's what this is. That's what's coming. This transition is going to be difficult, because these energies are not giving up without a fight. You see how every time I try to tap into that energy, it's being blocked. Okay, it's being blocked from someone that you moved on from, that betrayed you. Could be 3 different people. 3 different significant people. People that have lied to you, people that have betrayed you, people that you have had to get over with on your own, by yourself. They were not there to help you process that. They were not there for due process. You had to do it all by yourself. These third wheels will not let this new love come into fruition. They're like, nah. And they're projecting you from aligning with new love. That's what that is. You're being blocked from aligning to new love. Spirit, show me fate. They're not going to win, though. Look at that, Justice. They're not going to win. I feel like whoever this new person is, they're going to see right through the tactics of these prior energies. Yeah, they're going to have great discernment. This person is going to have good judgment, good judge of character. Because what feels like it's supposed to be is going to be. That's what I see here. And I do feel like they're going to put up a fight, but it has something to do with the lifestyle that you're living. It's so much more different than what they remember you as. I also feel like they're going to try to confuse you. Make you scared. So be aware of familiar energies that you once bonded with. That you have memories with. Trying to compete with new energy. by making you be afraid of what's out there, or afraid of, what could come along with the territory of meeting someone new. Like fear mongering. That's what that is. Trying to make you afraid of finding yourself in an even worse situation than you're already in. Yeah. Making you indecisive. That's a way to try to tame you and control you and keep you in karmic relationships. I feel like anytime that you tap into this Queen of Wands energy and you're really working with your ambition, your manifestation, and you got this fire burning inside of you, it's like moths to a flame. They all are going to come towards you at once. They're all going to desire you because it's like the honey has been activated. But you're severing ties with unhealthy attachments to people that no longer serve you. You're moving forward. So those people have no more control over you, and that's why they're mad. But for those of you that are struggling with maintaining that level of I am creator energy and working with your sexual energy out of shame or people over sexualizing you and making you feel like it's the wrong thing to do, it's a part of self mastery. We all go through a journey of mastering the swords energy. We master all the courts of the water element, the fire element. So if you're in this season of mastering the fire element and everything that archetype has to teach you, don't shy away from it because you're like, oh no, I don't want nobody to be coming towards me, or oh no, I don't want the attention. That's kind of a way that they kept you in bondage, was by speaking those rumors into your ear and passing that on down to generation. And that's why in the beginning of the book of Genesis is when they speak about you becoming aware, consciousness, right? That you're naked. Naked is also a form of vulnerability. So it's a reflection of our level of perception. But for those that can only perceive on a certain level, it doesn't make what they're saying wrong or right, or the truth versus a lie is true for them because it's their level of consciousness. In the Matrix movie, you never saw nobody trying to force Neo to take a pill. Whatever you subscribe to is what you should be allowed to believe in. And if another person is to subscribe to something else, relinquish your need to control someone else's life and their journey, and live out loud and live in color. What I told you, you're mastering the fire element. You have Tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. Higher calling. You have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find your success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and your tribe. One more card, Spirit. We have Adventure, Orca. Dare to do things differently. Sing your wild song. Manifest your travel dreams. Attempt the great journey with confidence. Be loyal. Friends and family are your treasures. Be brave. You are more powerful than you know. All right, Taurus, those are all the messages that I have for you in this reading, and I'll see you next time. Toodles.